Good morning, everybody, and a very, very warm welcome to Empowering Morning Conversations. And as you know, Empowering Morning Conversation is designed so that you can be a person who lives a life of ease, joy, and glory. It's designed to get you out of your negative mode if you are in a negative mode. It is designed to get you out of your default mode and into a create mode. It's designed so that you are not only doing survival actions in life. Mostly we end up doing survival action. What is the survival action? Survival actions are those actions which we have to do to ensure our survival or to make sure that we are earning, getting paid our salary, right? Making sure that we don't get another scolding from our wife or father or vice versa. So to get into a mode where we are creating, so a very good a question which I'm very fond of asking everybody is, what will you add to your life today that would allow you to lead to create a future that you desire? What will you add to your life today so that you can create a future that you desire? So let's start with that. What will you add to your life today that would allow you to create a future that you desire? Think on that. What will you add to your life today so that you can create a future that you desire? And what is going to come in the way of you being able to do that is something which we are doing all the time. And what's that? So let's do a little clearing over here. And the clearing is, what have you made so vital, valuable, and real about your decisions, judgments, conclusions, and computations that keeps you from living a life of infinite possibility? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Yes? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. What have you made so vital, valuable, and real about decisions, judgments, conclusions, and computations that keeps you from living a life of infinite possibility? Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. Another one, what energy, space, and consciousness can I be that would allow me to love me and to love my life? Everything right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. What energy, space, and consciousness can I be that would allow me to see myself as this wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary human being that I am? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pop, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. All right. So with that, I want to hand you over to the young lady who's going to take you through a set of brain exercises. So if you have a brain, you will start using it more than you do. So over to you, Priya. And after that, we will have 7 minutes from Shenthil, and then Rama will continue with the main topic of the day. Over to you, Priya.
Thank you, sir. Hi, everyone. So how's your brain working today? Awesome. Great. So let's start with our brain exercises. The first is, okay, before we do, Saurabh sir, you're new to this, so we need to keep our hands straight for all the exercises. Okay, great. Okay, so first is hand and fist. So our hand should be in perpendicular to our fist. Yes. And slowly we'll move towards opposite. Yes, we'll change our hands. Yes. On the count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. गुलेन सर, हाँ, मुट्ठी बना के रखनी है, हम सब एक है. Okay, so next is, we'll do this. Pistol and victory. Great. Pistol pointing towards victory and victory outside towards the screen. Great. Yes. Shiva sir. Great. Yes. And slowly we'll move towards this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Next is thumb and your pinky finger. Can you see this? Thumb of one hand and pinky finger of another. Yes. Hasina ma'am. Okay. So now we'll move towards this. Second, 3, 4, 5. Rama sir, both should be pointed in same direction. Thumb and pinky finger, same direction. Not both the thumbs, thumb and pinky finger. Thumb of one hand, pinky finger of the another. Yes, in the same direction. Yes, now, perfect. And then shift, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Those who are not able to do this, easiest way is just keep doing it for one hand, like this, 40 times or 50 times. Once your brain get adjusted to this, you can switch to other one, like this. Slowly let your brain feed this, that this is an action you need to perform, and then slowly you need to switch from this to this. Keep practicing it daily. Every day 5 minutes you'll be able to do it. Okay, so next is the elephant one. You clap your hands, and with one hand you touch your nose, and with other you touch your ear. Yes, the hand with which you're touching your ear should be outside. It would make your exercise easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Saurabh sir, awesome. First time you're doing this and you're doing perfect. Okay, so next is we'll make 2 victory signs with both our hands and take our index finger first. Place it on one another. Yes. And take our middle fingers and place it on above it. Yes. And then from the bottom, we'll put it above the other fingers and keep it crawling. Yes. Let's make a spider move on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Awesome. Another one is this hand exercise. I'm also learning this. So keep your hands straight. Yes. Cross it, make a fist, and tightly make a fist and bring it close to your body. Great. Yes, yes. Rama sir, bring it close to your body. It's like this. Cross and bring it close to the body. Twist करके अंदर से from the bottom of your hat. Okay, so we'll take our fingers out one by one, starting from thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1. Now we'll go reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we slowly take our hand out. This. Let's stretch it like this so that if there is any tension, we release it. Great. Thank you so much. Over to you, Vetri sir, or Rama sir, whosoever takes the session.
Yeah, so Captain Sandil, go ahead.
Yeah, great. Good morning, everyone. So today I wanted to talk about stress. Okay. In fact, all of us at some point of a time or in a day also, sometimes we feel stressful. And there are days where continuously also you may feel some sort of stress, right? There is one, medical proven thing. They say like, if you shout on somebody or somebody shouts on you, it takes almost 3 days to come out of that. In subconscious means it keeps, it gets so recorded. If it is like a violent shout, you shout on somebody wherein you kind of shiver and show your anger. They say like it will take at least 3 days, 70 to hours to come out of it completely. So what is this stress all about? So I had attended one session in which I learned about. It was a 1 hour session. In fact, towards the end of my 7-minute speech, I will tell you where you will find this video. It was during my Capgemini. I had attended this session conducted by one professor, Tony Piccioni from the United States. So it was a fantastic documentary. It is available in YouTube. I'll share the link also towards the end of the session. So what do you all think that which profession or who goes through the maximum stress in life? Can anybody tell? Who, according to you, which profession or who's the person who goes through maximum stress because of his profession or because of something which he or she does in life?
On a lighter note, all husbands.
Yeah, no, it's not lighter note. You're right. So it's not husband or wife. It is basically, any spouse would feel like that. Handling the other person gives a lot of stress in a relationship. Okay, good, Vetri. Anybody else, please, friends? Who do you think is doctors, madam?
Yeah.
Yeah, doctors, of course. Yes. What else? What else? Who else goes through maximum stress?
Traffic police.
Police people, traffic police. Okay. Air traffic control. Yes. Yes. Anybody else?
Soldiers.
Soldiers, of course. The soldiers go through a lot of stress. The other day, I gave my example of sitting in the ambush for a whole night. Yeah. So anybody else? What else profession do you think is more stressful?
Traders.
Traders. Okay. Businessmen. Okay. Who else?
Software engineers.
Software engineer. Okay. Okay. Next. Who else?
Pilots.
Pilots, of course. Who else? Babu?
Anybody who thinks he is not able to handle a situation undergoes stress. So it is not, I think.
What situation or any specific would you like to say?
No.
Okay. Kamalji or anybody else would like to add? Otherwise, I'll tell you. Okay. Reddy sir, who do you think goes through maximum stress?
All of us.
All of us. Okay. Yeah. Of course, all of us goes through. But there was a study done on this by a university, and it was found out the people who takes care of terminally ill patients, people who takes care of specially able children, they go through the maximum stress in life. The mothers who take care of especially able children, because see, somebody is dependent on you 24/7, right? It is a huge responsibility, and the ladies, the mothers who take care of such kids, they go through the maximum stress, friends. Probably we wouldn't have thought about that, but I have seen in my own life, one of my cousins, he himself is 40, his brother was 32. At 32 years age, he got a brain, due to blood pressure, he had a brain hemorrhage, and miraculously he got survived after 40 days of being in the ICU. When he got saved, we all thought, wow, what a life he is going to have. But later, next 5 years, he went through so much of pain because one side got paralyzed. He did not even have the motion and urine sensation. So every day, 2 to 3 diapers this elder brother has to change. He was bedridden. Okay, for 5 years, this elder brother took care of him. Finally, this guy got also paralyzed, facial paralysis. Not a major one, minor one. But that time I came to know, that 5 years of he taking care of his younger brother, he has lost his also in fact, the survey says if you take care of such people, every year of you taking care of them, you will get aged by 6 years. Right? This is a proven. When I share this documentary, please have a look at it. It is not I'm not throwing the numbers. It is a research which shows that every year one person takes care of somebody completely dependent on them. They lose their age by 6 years. I mean, they get age faster, right? So stress is actually a very, very, I would say, the most harming thing in the world right now. Many of us go through stress for no rhyme or reason. We take simple things and we just forget about how grateful we are to have such a beautiful life. For small things, we get stressed, right? So in this video, it talks about not just about them. There are others like, does stress cause cancer? Does stress cause ulcers? Does stress cause obesity? Does stress cause dementia? All these questions will get answered if you watch this 40-50 minutes video. It is there in National Geographic channel documentary. It is there in YouTube. You just have to search Stress, Portrait of a Killer. That is the name of the documentary. Stress, Portrait of a Killer by Robert Sapolsky. He is a person who did Stanford professor. He did a research for 30 years. Every year he used to go to African forest, and he does research on baboons. And one of the biggest revelations it came was, like, nowadays you might be hearing, like, the some CEO suddenly collapsed in the office, and some senior manager suddenly collapsed due to stress, heart attack, and all, right? So in this video, you come to okay. Another question. Let me ask you guys: who goes through maximum stress in a hierarchy? Is it the top man who's the CEO, or or the CXOs, or the person who is at the lowest, like a software engineer who just starts his career? Who do you think? The person who is at the lowest rank of an organization, by the rank, or the person who is at the highest rank? Who do you think goes through maximum stress?
Person at the
Highest rank?
Yes.
Okay. Neeti ma'am, what do you think? Who goes through maximum stress?
I think the middle level goes through highest stress.
Okay, ma'am, you gave me middle. Okay, middle level. Somebody says top level, and any other answers, friends? Who thinks people at the lowest goes through maximum stress?
Lowest level who has got adamant pass.
Okay, okay, that's a good another way of looking at it. But this research says they did a research on this also. There is a directly relation between the way you are positioned in an organization, not only organization, even in your families, in your among your relatives. The higher you are, I mean, if you are in a very dominant position, if you are in a powerful position, if you are in a position where you can take a lot of decisions, okay, those people get the least they take the least stress. We may hear about one or two CEOs getting suicide, but people at the lowest rank we don't even notice. But many people who are at the lowest rank of an organization, they go through the maximum stress, which is again was a revelation for me also when I watched this video. So please, I would strongly suggest you, friends, to watch this video, 50 minutes video. It can give a lot of sense about what is stress all about. Okay, I think I have covered out 7 minutes. So I will share the link if you all want. Otherwise, also
Yes,
it's very
yes.
easy. Just go to the YouTube, search Stress, Portrait of a Killer. That's enough. It's available. And otherwise, just ping me. I'll share the link also.
Yeah, please do
That's what.
share the link.
Okay.
On share retreat, you can share the link.
I am not part of that group, Vetri. Can you add me into that share retreat group? I'll add, give that.
Today I will add, sir. Today I will do.
I'll post it in that group also.
Sure,
Otherwise, in person also, you guys can ping me. Anyway, I put it in that group.
Okay.
So it's
I'll do it today.
Thank you.
So
Thank you, Captain Senthil. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think Reddy Garu and Punain raised their hands. Reddy Garu, go ahead.
Sir, good morning. Very fortunately, after joining EMC, I stopped taking any stress in my life.
That's great. Yes, Punain.
Yeah, thank you, Captain Senthil. Thank you, Ramaji, and very good morning all. Captain, I would like to know your definition of a stress. How do you define a stress, or what exactly you learned? What exactly the stress is, sir?
Yeah, yeah. See, thank you, Kunen, love to answer that. In fact, this program which I attended somewhere in 2016 or 17. And after that, really, after this, watching that particular document, it was almost not just, this was conducted by this professor. He would stop this video every 5 minutes and we will discuss. Then I did a introspection. Finally, I thought, whatever is, it's all we only created. If you think this is a very stressful situation, yes, it is. So you just have to take a pause, think over. I think we have, Kunan, I feel like we take life too seriously, right? In fact, I'll just take another 2 minutes if we have time. There was this IAS question, in one of the IAS examination. The last question of that written paper was 1 + 1 is equal to what? Question mark. And then they gave a answer, 4 options. 1 + 1 equal to 4 options are 2, 1, 11, and none of the above. Right? These are the 4 options given. And this was asked to us by one of the trainers during the session. 80% of us got it wrong, because the moment he said it's an IAS examination, everybody thought, how can it be so simple, like 1 + 1 is 2? So we all thought of different things. Many people said 11, somebody said 1, somebody said none of the above. So because the moment we put some adjectives to it, we think that okay, there may be something into it. So we stopped looking life as it is or life as simple, right? We get so much carried away with the everyday shows and everyday situations. We start living the simple life. We stop looking at life as it is, and that was a big revelation. So for me, I think whenever I go through stress, as I said other day, I just think of the days which I have gone through, and then see like, if we have gone through those, this too shall pass, right? And I immediately try to come back to come out of that stressful situation. That is my mantra.
Can I add something, stress in a formula?
Yeah, Anju, please go ahead.
Stress is equal to situations divided by resilience. So resilience is a power to face that situation. So stress, everybody has a situations in life, outer situations, but your inner world is inside you. So stress is equal to situation divided by resilience. If you have that resilience to face the situations, you will come out of that stress. But if you don't have power, if you don't have resilience, so you will feel more stress. So that is how it is.
Great, Anju. Thanks for giving that.
So, Kunenji, you have some definition. Go ahead and say it.
No, thank you, sir. And actually, this reminds me, Sukhdeepak sir always keeps on telling us, and he always talk about the choices. So when I was listening to this conversation, the thought came to me that sir has always told us that you have the power to choose. So when he says you have the power to choose, what exactly we choose? We choose one thought over another. So if we are choosing a thought which is giving a stress, and sir explains that emotion is nothing but the thought in the mind, sensation in the body. So we have the power to choose the thoughts. And every day we practice this. So the stress for me is all about being aware and choosing the thought which is not giving me the stress but peace. So, and we have the power to do that in a simple way. So thank you, Dr. Senthil, Captain Senthil, for reminding us. And back to you, Ramaji.
Thank you, Kunen, for connecting the stress and choice is what we are going to talk about now. So when you don't have much of choice, there is a stress automatically, because you don't have the choice, then there is a possible stress. So what is choice? So before that, let's crack a joke. So which tea is difficult to swallow, difficult to drink in?
Say the wife's tear.
No.
Surprisingly, Kunenji, in Tamil, wife name is Ponda T.
Yeah.
That's a creative answer. Yes, that is one. There is one more, bigger than that. Reality. So reality is difficult to swallow. And nobody seems to be laughing, but let me laugh.
No, but it depends on the perception of reality, right?
Right.
It's a joke, Kunen. You should not do research.
Okay. So with that joke, so what is choice? And how many choices do we have in any situation?
I think we have only two, either default or be creative, positive or negative.
Yes, that's the default situation. Typically, we have two choices. In fact, some cases, there is only one choice. And there are some cases, there are no choice at all. But all these three situations are really tough. No choice, only one choice, and two choices. All of them are stressful situations. That's not the best place to be in. Yes, Nitiji.
Yes, I slightly beg to differ. My view, and especially listening to Captain Senthil today, and where Kunen talked about how Sir has been coaching us on choices. What is coming to me is in EMC, we've learned to be in allowance. And listening to Captain Senthil, what I realize now is it is when our control on an emotion or a situation gets so strong that we do not allow the energies around us or any influence around us, a positive influence around us to enter. That is where the stress begins, because we do not want to let go and we do not want to accept a reality, or we do not want to allow any change to take place. When we become that expectant that this cannot change is where the stress begins. And the moment we get into an allowance, and especially over here, we've done a lot of these exercises, we've actually experienced when we let energy flow in and flow through us, how we feel and the kind of opportunities that open up, the choices begin to grow. And when energetically these choices come to us, many of us have shared on this platform, the reasoning behind it or the understanding from that choice changes. Therefore, the stress moves away and we flow more with the choices. So I think these meditative exercises that we've done here opens us up to a lot of choices in every situation, even if it is a situation, it's a medically encapsulated, a very stressful situation, and it involves family and life and things of that nature. Somewhere the energetic field has the way of taking you through and taking you forward. And my own experience has been, opening ourselves to choices, not only to move ahead, opening ourselves to choices also to solve that momentary problem that we are standing in, the stress that we are standing in. So I would say, please go back and recall all these exercises. You'll get a lot more answers over there. Stress is something, like he said, we create it and we need to discreate it. We have the ability to discreate it. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension. It can come from various reasons. It can be under pressure, overwhelming, and unable to cope up with the situation. And there are many reasons why one gets stressed. So one of the possible reasons to get stressed is also not having the choice. So stresses can be there from many reasons. The stress can be there. So choice is one of the, lack of choice is one of the reasons. That's it. Yes, Vipin.
So I believe that choices are in a situation, like I always say, defocus before focus. Before decision, there has to be a choice. And after decision, if you are taking a choice, you are actually deviating. So choices are very important. And when you are in a defocus mode, when defocus creates lights, so light is like choice. So you have to be stress-free, and with detachment, you should look at the choices, try and think about them. And then when you choose something, then you should stick to that. So choices are very important, and it's not one or two, it's many. Like if there is a choice of career, you are looking towards मुझे physics लेना है, मुझे math लेना है, मुझे scientist बनना है, मुझे क्या बनना है. If you are not looking at the things, you will be carried away by someone else's choice. But if you are looking openly to the choices and you feel good for one choice, you take a decision, then you move ahead. So choices are situation based, before decision or after decision.
Okay, so there is a typical discussion which happens. Sir multiple times told us, choice versus decision, right? So choice is more from, so you make a choice from the abundance. You typically take decision in scarcity. So these are two different ways of handling the situations. So irrespective of the situation, you can decide to choose from multiple options, or you can look at various pros and cons and then decide, right? So these two are two different processes on making, that is deciding or choosing or deciding is two different processes in the same situation. So one is from the abundance, another is from scarcity. Yeah, so it is not choose and then decide and choose. It is two different processes. We are typically used to decide rather than choosing. So decide means what? You look at what is the least possible thing, which is risk-free and all those things, and then decide. Whereas choice is, you choose what is the best thing for you, and then handle the risk or whatever comes up. So that is very clear. One is from the abundance perspective, another is from the scarcity perspective. And both are equally working, but what we are saying here in EMC is, can we move from deciding to choosing? So given any situation, it is possible for us to choose, irrespective of however dire the situation is. So once, like Neeti ma'am said, if you are in allowance, you can always look at the situation and choose from multiple choices and multiple perspectives. So as I asked at the beginning, how many choices are there? Typically only two choices. That is the Western philosophy of logic. Everything is yes or no, good or bad, white or black, yes or no, positive or negative. So that is a typical Western philosophy. So hence we are all stuck to choosing only from two. But actually the Eastern philosophy is from multitude of things. So for example, the Jain logic. In Jaina religion, there is a logic. It has 7 values. It is not 2 values. Given any situation, it is 7. What are those 7? Yes, no, maybe, yes and maybe, no and maybe. What did I say? Yes, no, yes and maybe. Yeah, yes, no, maybe, yes and maybe, no and maybe. The other one is yes, no, and maybe. So there are 7 values you can choose from. Simultaneously, something can be yes or no. That is what the quantum mechanics also says, right? It can be in both the states. So in fact, there are infinite choices possible. But for simplicity, we made everything as yes or no. So if you want to truly choose, which will be useful for you, which will be abundant, you need to have multiple choices. You can get multiple choices only when you are in creative mode, not in default mode. When you are in default mode, either you don't see any choice at all, or you just see only one choice, or you see only 2 choices to choose from. So if you have at least 3 and then choose one from that, that is the real choice. So typically you should have much more than 3 choices to choose from. Yes, Nitin.
Yes, Rama sir, I totally second what you just said. For simplicity, we've limited ourselves to a yes and a no. And just taking that a little further, what I am realizing is how much we limit our own understanding of what yes is for me and what no is for me, and what my expectation from yes is. For example, if in a situation I'm choosing yes, for me, a yes would only be that the problem is sorted the way I want it to be, rather than exploring that yes can take me down a series of yeses till I achieve what I want to achieve from the situation. So the definition or our expectation from yes and no needs to change is what is coming to me from this conversation. I just wanted to share. Thank you.
Sure, thank you, thank you. So in fact, if it is a problem which we would like to solve in particular way, if you look at in a big picture and redefine the problem, there is no problem at all. And you don't need to do anything at all. You don't need to choose at all. So sometimes the way you look at, the way you perceive the things can just make that problem disappear.
In fact, many
and
things
there is-
at one point you may feel like, why is it happening to me? Right? It has happened many times with me. So you feel like, why is it happening to me, and why am I going through this? But ultimately, in hindsight, after some time, you come to know that was the best thing which has happened to you.
Yes.
The thing which you saw as the biggest problem,
Yeah.
you don't understand that time why is it happening to you, right? And then after hindsight, after 5 years or so, I believe strongly in destiny. So many a time which I have come across this, and then I feel like whatever has happened as best thing. But that particular moment, I would have felt so bad.
Yeah, that's where the allowance helps. If you are in allowance, you won't be resisting or reacting to the situation. So Dr. Rajkumar Adukia, you wanted to say something? You raised your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that, I have been very successful in all my venture till now.
Right.
And somehow for last 2 months, I am feeling empty. I see that there is no purpose in life.
Okay.
So how to overcome that situation? I am trying my own way, Landmark Forum, NLP, Law of Attraction.
Okay. So is there anything specific happened within this 2 months or last 2 months before?
Not especially. Nothing specific.
Okay. That's yeah, it happens sometimes. I think we suddenly feel emptiness. Suddenly we feel, what is this all about? What's the purpose of life? Why am I here? What to do? So this happens once in a while. So it could be for alienation. Maybe you are not much interacting with the world and the people. So that could be one reason. And there could be any number of reasons. So one way you could really overcome that is to associate yourself with the positive people and positive thoughts, which I think you have taken a great step joining EMC today. If you continue to be in EMC and then continue to nurture the positive thoughts, and more importantly, help others, right? When you try to help others, you will become more positive. So these are some of the things, but there could be much more, which we can have a separate discussion on this.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Kunanji.
Just to add on to Dr. Rajkumar, if something is really critical, you can dial the number, talk to Sukhdeepak sir today itself. That will be a great relief. So just give him a call. He is always available, and you'll get relief while talking to him.
Yes, please. In case you are not able to reach, please call me.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yes, Kunanji.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I just wanted to bring the element of faith, because as an energy being, so Deepak sir always say that we are the energy being. And when we are stressed, we hold something, as Niti ma'am explained. So we have to release ourselves. And when we release our energy, what we are holding, then we get connected with the universe. And then universe takes care of whatsoever is there, better for us. That's what I practice. If I am stuck somewhere, I just release, leave it to him, and then solution comes without even having the awareness of the choices. So as you rightly explained, we do have limited options in terms of our way of thinking and understanding the choices, but there are limitless choices. And sir has also told once that we know something that we know something that we don't know, but we don't know something that we don't know. That's the huge. So that we should leave it to the universe to take care. Thank you, sir. Back to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Kunanji. As you rightly said, frozen energies, frozen emotions, anything very narrow and restrictive, they typically cause all these issues. If we can release them by generating the emotions, like what we do in EMC, the laughter exercise, and doing the discretion exercise, looking at what is the negative emotion or thought which is there, and discreting it helps us to release and become much more flexible, much more positive. So let's do a laughter exercise, the generating emotion. Basically, the point is we can generate any emotion we want, and particularly we want the positive emotions. One easy way to generate positive emotion is to laugh. Okay, so on 3, when I say 1, 2, 3, please start laughing without making sound, but 100% laugh. 1, 2, 3. So Dr. Rajkumar, please come on video and laugh if you can. Thank you. So choice is the source of reality. So whenever you choose, there is creation happens. So as I said, you choose from the abundance and positivity. So when you are choosing from the abundance and positivity, there is always a creation. And you are ready to handle whatever is the situation, whatever you can face it and handle it. And like Kunanji said, you can also really be energetic, flexible. You can get the energy of the universe when you are choosing from abundance. So there is one clear access consciousness clearing statement. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you be that would allow you to choose what other people would never choose with total ease? Everything that doesn't allow you to show up times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and talk, all 9 shorts, boys, powers, and beyonds. So once you choose, you can also choose something else. You're not constrained. Let's say you chose in your situation and you start following it up, and for some reason you want to stop it and choose something else, you have the choice to always choose. But if you are deciding, because you are decided, even though it is not going well and it is not the right decision, still you continue to struggle and continue to do it. So that's the difference between choice and decision. So any questions, any thoughts on choice, what we discussed? Yes, Patrick.
Thank you, Ramaji. It was a very interesting discussion. if time permits, I would like to get Mr. Parvesh and Anju to get introduced, because Anju also shared something wonderful. Can we
Yes.
know, have they got introduced properly?
Yeah, let's do that. So maybe Kunain can introduce about EMC for them, and then they can introduce themselves. Kunain, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
So the new members, welcome to Empowering Morning Conversations with Sukdeepak Malwai, which we do every morning, 7 a.m. India time. And basically, we focus on certain very critical elements for us to be really live our life peacefully, happily. Because what Sukdeepak Malwai sir has taught us that, and you must be realizing that we live in the world where negativities are all around us. And it's always bombarded, the negativity, the people, the situation, the environment, everywhere. So we learn here techniques to be away from negativities. And if negativities are coming to us, we have the power to convert into the positivity, in short. And we learn how to enhance our energy, how to be more attentive, how to be aware of our thoughts, other situations, so that we don't react, but we respond, because we all have the power to manage the situation creatively than just reacting by blaming and complaining. So there are various tools Sukdeepak Malwai sir, he teaches us. Every morning we practice and we implement into our day-to-day life. And in that way, we become a better version of ourselves. And the reason for being in EMC is nothing but to realize or understand and find your real self. And as Sukdeepak Malwai sir always say, that we are magnificent, wonderful, extraordinary human beings, and we deserve to be loved and respected as we are. But because the society in which we live, we have forgotten who exactly we are. So we, through this EMC, we reclaim this power and enjoy our life very creatively, whatsoever desires we do have. So that's what in short we do. So keep on coming to every morning, joining us. Today, Sukdeepak sir is not here, but whenever he's here, you can interact with him, ask questions, and you will find definitely complete relief, and you will find the answers to have your peaceful life. So that's what, in short, EMC, sir. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you, Kunainji. So would Anju, Purvesh, and Dr. Rajkumar introduce yourselves, please?
Hi, my
First of
name
all,
is
welcome.
Anju.
Welcome to the forum. Yeah, please go ahead, Anju.
Yeah, thank you so much. So my name is Anju and I work in Barclays currently. So thank you, Senthil, for sharing this link with me. We know each other since last 10 years. So thank you, Senthil, for sharing this link. And yeah, I don't know how much I'll be able to make this session because I'm working. So I don't know how much I'll be able to take out time. But yeah, let me just tell you about myself. I have also been practicing this. So I believe in this spirituality, and like I have been practicing meditation and other things, spiritual studies. And I my area of interest is just I want to understand the energy, how to get aligned with universe more and more. And as he said that, to release. So releasing is more important. And what I feel is detachment. Detachment and attachment is a main thing. If we get attached to the situation, too much attached to the situations, and if we try to control the situations, we get more and more stressed. And if we release, and if we get detached from the situation, so we are just we just get aligned with the universe, and we have a number of choices. So that's how it is. And I'm just exploring more and more in this spiritual studies so that I understand and I mean just how to get aligned with universe. So that's what it is. And I mean, I'm sure meditation is very, very important in this stressful life. So yeah, this is how it is.
Thank you. Thank you. Maybe you can come on the video if you can. If you're not able to participate on EMC, you can watch the videos in YouTube. So there is a link which we will publish. Also, you can send your number. We will add you into the group.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Purvesh, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi. Good morning, everyone. I'm Purvesh Gada, and I'm from Mumbai. And I'm a friend of Senthil. Thanks, Senthil, for inviting me to.
Welcome, buddy.
Thanks so much. And it's a very energetic session. I really liked it. So for me, I'm just exploring because Senthil had sent the link and I didn't know what to expect. So I've just come here. But yeah, very nice and very energetic sessions. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you and welcome. And you can participate every day. If you are missing any day, you can watch the session in the YouTube. Thank
He's
you.
again my coursemate from Army. So Saurav, myself, Purvesh, Babu, we are all course-mates. Anju, of course, is my colleague when I was in Tech Mahindra. So I'm just trying to get all my close friends over here, and they should also, get benefited with whatever the things which we discuss here, and great learnings from Deepak sir and from each one of us. In fact, we all contribute for this early morning conversations or empowering conversations.
Thank you, Captain Senthil, for bringing all of them together, and it's a really great service for all of them and us. We'll all learn from each other. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Rajkumar, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, myself is a chartered accountant and All India elected member in the body of chartered accountant. So taken many academic qualifications in commerce stream and practiced for last 40 years. I have ambition to be a president of Institute of Chartered Accountant, president of India, and done many self-development courses also, keep on doing something. So maybe getting a disconnect within family, and that may be one disempowering reason. I said there is no reason, or maybe over analysis, overthinking. So I have authored more than 350 books.
Oh, wow.
Very active, very voracious, self-development, technical side, addressed a lot of seminars, traveled more than 100 countries. So this is in brief about me.
Thank you. And who introduced to this forum?
I do not know. I just keep on joining, some good forum.
Okay.
So maybe, one of those who are present here, if they know me, maybe that may be the reason, or I got a link and I felt, no, we must begin. Morning we read, 6 to 7 we read book called Secret or Mirror. There is one person, Haresh Irani, and some other activities we keep on doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rajkumar, and welcome to the forum, and you are welcome to join every day. So, see, one of the things is people who are high achievers in the profession, their focus, 100% focus is only on the profession, and they miss out on the interaction with the families or any alternate interests. Okay, so that could be one reason. So maybe it is a good idea to develop some parallel hobby or interest in some other subject beyond your profession. That is one important thing. The other one is, in this forum, we repeatedly discuss the relationships, particularly the close relationship family. It's a tough one and it can be handled better. So what is the purpose of relationship if you understand, and that's what Sukdeep sir keeps explaining to us repeatedly. The purpose of relationship is to support each other, to empower each other, and to make each other stronger. If we understand this basic purpose and we continue to focus on that and not deviate from that just because of some minor irritations in the interactions, we can really create a great relationships with our own families and anybody else. So thanks for all the new members. And let's go for Shari, Kamal. Yes, Vipin, before Kamal, before you start, Vipin, let's hear from Vipin.
Sir, being thankful for giving me a new word, choices, and choose, not decide. So good to understand, and thank you for that.
Thank you, Vipin. Kamal ji, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good morning, all.
I have one request. I have one request. Please, all the Shires, can you put your Shayari on share retreat? Please.
Okay.
I
Sure.
request you. Thank you.
At least you can record it and put it. Writing may be a little bit tough.
It gets, yeah, you record it. You say it, and because I try to write, and by the time I write half, it's all over.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
ओके शायरी ये गुलजार साहब की शायरी थी कि तुझको बेहतर बनाने की कोशिश में तुझे ही वक्त नहीं दे पा रहे हम, माफ करना है जिंदगी तुझे ही नहीं जी पा रहे हम.
Wow.
Thank you.
Could someone translate?
Translation बड़ा गड़बड़ हो जाता है.
I request Captain Senthil to translate. He understands.
Yeah. I don't know how much I'll do justice for such a beautiful shairi, but let me try. I am doing everything to make you better, but in the process, I don't spend time with you, or I don't spend time for you. Is that right?
Yeah.
Kunain? I don't know.
Yeah.
Something
So
like-
it's like, sorry life, we are not able to leave you only.
and the life also.
Yeah.
So basically, it's all about living our life in default mode, as Sudeepak sir say, and not living in the create mode. So good message to shift from default to create.
I understand it is a difference between being and doing. All the time we are busy doing, but we forgot being.
सही पकड़े हैं.
Thank you, sir.
That's true.
Yes, Kunanji, please go ahead.
मुझे जो शायरी याद आ रही है कि कश्तियां सबकी किनारे पे पहुंच जाती हैं, कश्तियां सबकी किनारे पर पहुंच जाती हैं, नाखुदा जिनका नहीं होता खुदा होता है उनका. दोबारा पढ़ता हूं. कश्तियां सबकी किनारे पे पहुंच जाती हैं, नाखुदा जिनका नहीं उनका खुदा होता है. Who can translate? Hasina ji will translate. Yeah, Hasina ji, come on.
No. What? I didn't get what is Nakhuda.
नाखुदा is क्या बोलते हैं उसको, जो नाव चलाता है.
Okay. Now you say the first line and I will translate.
Yeah. कश्तियां सबकी किनारे पर पहुंच जाती हैं.
Everybody's boat goes to the shore.
नाखुदा जिनका नहीं उनका खुदा होता है.
I can't get the line to translate.
Let me request
Spencer, you go ahead.
Niti ma'am, please translate.
If the person steering your boat did not steer it in your favor, God will steer your life in favor.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Good. Thank you all. And tomorrow, 7 o'clock again, let's all get together for tomorrow's EMC. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. make great choices in your life.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good day.
Thank you, Rama sir. Thanks a lot.
Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless everyone.